Welcome to our podcast, How to Improve English. We're so excited to have you with us today. Whether you're just starting your English journey or you've been learning for a while and want to get even better, you're in the right place.
Absolutely. A lot of people feel nervous about speaking English or think it's too difficult. But the truth is, with the right habits and a bit of practice, you can make huge progress. In today's episode, we're going to share practical tips and real-life strategies that anyone can use, no matter where you live.
And the best part is you don't need expensive courses or a special environment. You can improve your English with simple changes to your daily routine. It's about making English a part of your life, step by step.
Exactly. And we also want to make this conversation feel like a friendly chat. We'll break down the tips into easy steps, share examples, and give you ideas you can start using today. By the end of this episode, you'll feel motivated and ready to practice.
So grab your notebook if you want to jot things down, or just relax and listen. Let's start by talking about why improving your English is so important and how small, consistent actions can make a big difference over time. So let's jump into our first tip for improving your English. Surround yourself with English every single day. This doesn't mean you have to move to an English-speaking country. It just means you bring English into your life in small, easy ways.
Right. Think about it like this. When you were a child, you learned your first language by hearing it all the time. You didn't just study it in a book. You listened, repeated, and slowly started to speak. You can use the same idea for English now.
Exactly. You can listen to English songs, watch movies or TV shows with subtitles, follow English podcasts like this one, or even change your phone's language to English. All these small steps help your brain get used to the sounds, words, and sentence patterns.
And don't worry if you don't understand everything at first. The goal is not perfection, it's exposure. The more you hear, the more comfortable you'll feel, and soon your brain will start recognizing words automatically.
Another easy way is to label things in your house with English names, like door, mirror, kitchen. Seeing these words every day helps you remember them naturally.
Yes, this creates an English environment around you, even if you're not in an English-speaking country. It's like building a mini English world at home.
So, that's our first tip. Surround yourself with English as much as possible. It's simple, but very powerful. Our second tip is about speaking. A lot of learners spend hours reading or listening to English, but still feel shy when it's time to talk. The key is simple. You have to actually speak, every day if possible.
Yes, even if you don't have a partner to practice with, you can still train your mouth and your brain to work together in English. For example, you can talk to yourself about what you're doing. I'm making tea, I'm going to the shop, or I feel tired today. It may feel silly at first, but it really works.
Another great method is shadowing. That's when you listen to a short piece of English, like a podcast, movie line, or speech, and immediately repeat what you hear, copying the rhythm and pronunciation as closely as you can.
Exactly. Shadowing helps you sound more natural because you're copying real intonation and speed. It's like practicing with a native speaker without needing one in the room.
And if you can find a language partner online through apps, social media groups, or local clubs, even better. Just 10 or 15 minutes of real conversation a day will improve your confidence very quickly.
The important thing is consistency. It's better to speak a little every day than a lot once in a while. This builds muscle memory in your mouth and makes English feel natural.
So, tip 2, don't just study English silently. Speak it. Even if you're alone, this is how you become fluent. Our third tip is about reading and listening. Many learners think they have to use boring textbooks, but the truth is, you learn faster when you enjoy the content.
That's so true. If you like sports, read sports articles in English. If you love cooking, watch English cooking videos. If you're into travel, follow travel blogs or YouTube channels in English. When you're interested, your brain pays more attention and you remember words much better.
Exactly. Plus, reading and listening give you a natural feel for how English is used. You see how sentences are built, how words fit together, and you pick up phrases without even noticing.
And here's a good tip. Don't worry about understanding every single word. Focus on the main idea first. If a word keeps showing up and you're curious, then look it up. This way you don't stop every second, and reading stays fun.
Audiobooks and podcasts are also great because you can listen while walking, cleaning, or commuting. Over time, your ears get used to different accents and speaking speeds.
Yes, and when you find something you really like, repeat it. Read or listen again. Repetition helps the new vocabulary stick in your mind.
So our third tip is simple. Choose content you enjoy. It turns English practice from a chore into something you actually look forward to. Our fourth tip is about vocabulary. Many learners think they have to memorize hundreds of words at once, but that's actually not the best way. It's more effective to build your vocabulary slowly and naturally.
Exactly. Instead of trying to learn a long list of random words, focus on a few useful ones each day. Choose words you actually need in your daily life or in topics you care about. For example, if you like cooking, learn slice, stir, boil, and taste before you learn very technical words you may never use.
And don't just read the meaning once and forget it. Write the new words down, say them out loud, and try to use them in your own sentences. The more you use a word, the faster it becomes part of your active vocabulary.
Another good trick is to learn words in groups. For example, instead of learning just big, learn huge, large, enormous, massive. This helps you understand shades of meaning and makes your speech richer.
Flashcards, apps, or even a small notebook you carry with you can also help. When you have a few spare minutes, review your new words. Just a quick look each day keeps them fresh in your mind.
And remember, don't be upset if you forget sometimes. Forgetting and relearning is part of the process. Over time, the words you use often will stick naturally.
So tip 4, grow your vocabulary like planting seeds. A few at a time, but every day. Soon you'll have a whole garden of words to use. Our fifth tip might sound a bit unusual, but it's one of the most powerful ways to improve. Try to think in English.
Yes, a lot of learners translate every sentence from their native language into English in their heads before they speak. This makes speaking slow and stressful. When you train yourself to think directly in English, your speech becomes faster and more natural.
You can start small. For example, when you're walking to work, describe what you see in English in your mind. The sky is blue. That car is red. I'm feeling hungry. No one hears you, but you're training your brain to switch languages.
Another trick is to do your inner monologue in English. If you're making a to-do list, plan it in English. If you're daydreaming, do it in English. It's like building an English world inside your head.
And at first, it's totally fine if your sentences are simple or if you make mistakes. The important part is that you're reducing the habit of translating. Over time, your brain will start forming sentences in English automatically.
This makes conversations with other people much easier because you don't have to stop and think about every word. You just speak.
So tip 5 is make English part of your thinking. Even if it's just a few thoughts a day, it builds fluency from the inside out. Our 6th tip is simple but very powerful. Turn English into a daily habit. Learning a language isn't about one big effort once a month. It's about small, steady steps every day.
Exactly. Think of it like brushing your teeth. You don't brush for 3 hours once a week. You brush for a few minutes every day. English works the same way. Even 10 or 15 minutes of focused practice daily beats a long session once in a while.
You can build a routine that fits your life. For example, listen to a short podcast on the bus, read an English article during lunch, write a few sentences in English before bed, or talk out loud while cooking. These tiny habits add up.
And the key is to make it realistic. Don't promise yourself 2 hours a day if you can't do it. Start small and make it consistent. Once it's a habit, it feels automatic, and you don't have to fight with motivation anymore.
Another bonus is that daily exposure keeps your brain warm with English. You don't forget what you learned yesterday. Instead, you keep building layer on layer, like bricks in a wall.
So, our 6th tip is don't wait for the perfect time. Make English a daily part of your life in any small way you can. Consistency beats intensity.
Our 7th tip is about writing. Many learners focus on speaking and listening, but forget that writing is also a powerful way to improve your English.
That's right. Writing helps you slow down and really think about how you use words and grammar. It gives you time to practice forming sentences and expressing your ideas clearly.
You don't have to write long essays. Start with small things. A short diary entry, a social media post, a to-do list, or even a text message in English. The more you write, the more natural it becomes.
A good idea is to keep a simple English journal. Every day, write a few sentences about what you did, how you felt, or what you plan to do tomorrow. Over time, you'll see your sentences getting longer and more accurate.
And if you're unsure about your grammar, you can use free tools or apps to check your writing. This gives you instant feedback and helps you see your mistakes.
Another bonus of writing is that it improves your thinking in English. When you write regularly, you start to build your own voice and style in English.
So our 7th tip, write a little every day. It's a quiet but powerful way to build your vocabulary, grammar, and confidence. Our 8th tip might be the most important. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. A lot of learners feel embarrassed or nervous when speaking, but mistakes are actually a natural part of learning.
Absolutely. Think about it. Every person who speaks English fluently today made hundreds, maybe thousands of mistakes when they were learning. Mistakes show that you're trying, practicing, and improving.
And here's a helpful mindset. Instead of fearing mistakes, see them as opportunities. Each mistake teaches you something new, whether it's a vocabulary word, grammar rule, or pronunciation.
Another tip is to ask for feedback when you can. If you're chatting with a friend or teacher, don't hide your errors. Ask them to correct you. It might feel uncomfortable at first, but it accelerates learning a lot.
And remember, making mistakes is a sign that you're active and engaged. If you're not making mistakes, it might mean you're not practicing enough.
So tip 8, embrace mistakes. Speak, write, and listen without fear. Confidence grows when you allow yourself to learn naturally, mistakes and all.
Our 9th tip is all about setting goals. Learning English can feel overwhelming if you try to do everything at once. That's why small, achievable goals are so important.
Yes! Instead of saying, I want to be fluent in English, start with smaller steps, like learning 5 new words a day,
watching one English video every day, or speaking for 2 minutes in English without stopping.
These small wins are motivating. Every time you reach a goal, you feel a sense of accomplishment, which makes you want to keep going. It's like building a staircase. One step at a time leads you to the top.
Another helpful idea is to write your goals down and track your progress. Seeing your improvement over days or weeks is really encouraging. Plus, it helps you stay focused and consistent.
And remember, your goals don't have to be huge or perfect. They just need to push you a little every day. Even tiny progress adds up to big results over time.
So tip 9, set realistic, achievable goals. Break English learning into small steps, celebrate your progress, and keep moving forward.